That's a good question, actually. I wasn't really inspired to do it. I was asked to do it. Now, I'd moved from the rally team, the Subaru side, into Aston Martin car build in 2005 to build the GT1 cars, the DBR9. So build customer ones, exactly like the ones that the race team were racing. And the idea was, well, we were told that it would be a 9-to-5 job, 5 days a week, and it never is, But I was a senior technician in that department, and kind of moved up to like a team leader. And then when we were talking about starting to produce these GT4 cars, it was actually it was called an N24 originally, after Nürburgring 24-hour race, because AML, the factory, had run 2 cars at in the Nürburgring 24-hour and managed to finish it. So originally they were going to make 24 cars as a special, as a limited edition, and then they kept getting orders. There was a guy in China that wanted to do a one-make series, and so they asked us to take over production. So I went up to AML, up to the factory, to find out how everything's built, how everything goes together, what fasteners are used, and to basically try and productionize the GT4 build. So I was kind of like a technical guy, if you like, for the car build. And I was writing build books, so build instructions, if you like, for people that had never done it before. They could literally just follow the book. Everything you need to know would be in that, and we'd just churn out these GT4 cars. I think the first year we did 52 cars or something like that. ProDrive did get a GT4 engineer, and I would help this GT4 engineer to, and I went on a couple of races that he couldn't go on, and then he got promoted and asked me would I become the GT4 engineer. Worst decision of my life. It just meant, I was, my wife was expecting twins at the time. I was, as I say, in what was essentially a 9-to-5 job that didn't take up my weekends, and I had to go home to the wife and say, I've been offered this job. It will mean that I'll have to travel and work weekends, and and she's like, we've got twins on the way, etc. I'm like, I've always wanted to do this. So she said, okay, well, I can't stop you. I often wonder what I would have been doing if I hadn't have carried on, if I hadn't have become the GT4 engineer, because it didn't pay very well. It was long hours. It was and other people that were on a similar track to me are now directors at ProDrive, so it does make you think, I should have just carried on doing what I was doing. But it was good experience. And yeah.